So, how do you become a good writer? I'm Millie Florence, the author of Honey Butter and Lydia Green of Mulberry Glen, and that's what we're talking about today. So first of all, you need to know two things. One, good is somewhat subjective when it comes to writing, but I get it. You've read books that are great, and you've read books that are not so great, and you don't want your stories and your books to be on the not so great level. I get it. So, two, you have to realize that you get good at writing the same way you get good at anything else in this world. Practice. Or, to break it down into a more specific formula, time plus effort plus consistency equals success. So what does this mean for you as a writer? First, time. Yes, you have to spend time writing to get good at it, but you also have to spend time doing things around the writing. You have to spend time reading good books and experiencing the world and filling your cup of imagination so that you can pour it out onto the page. Put in the time. Number two, effort. If you want to be good at writing, you really have to try to be good at writing. I've been writing for like 7 years now, I think, maybe more. Pretty much my whole life. And it's taken me a lot of time and a lot of work to get good at writing. Writing is an art, yes, but I feel like it's so often treated as this nebulous, artistic act that we don't really know because it's art. In some cases, yes, but there are still basic rules and principles you can learn. Learn the rules before you break them. To learn the rules, you have to study the rules. And obviously, you've already taken the first step in that because you're watching this video. Keep it up! Read books about writing, watch videos about writing, analyze the fiction books you read to figure out what makes them tick and why they work. After you've written something, don't just leave it written. Edit it and rewrite it and rework it. Put it away for a month and come back to it and see how you feel, see how much you've improved. Neil Gaiman says the difference between good writers and bad writers is that good writers know when they're bad. Work with your art and what you've created to make it the best it can possibly be. Recognize when it's not good enough and put in the effort to make it something you're proud of. Next up, consistency. This binds time and effort together. Yeah, you could spend 10 hours writing and trying really hard, but if that happens all in one day, and then you don't touch anything related to writing for 2 months, not really gonna work. The time and effort you put into becoming a good writer has to be sustainable and consistent. Yes, put in time and effort, but give yourself time to breathe too. Take breaks, go make some tea, take a walk, read a book. Don't stress. If you make writing a habit, if you make it regular, whether that's every day or 2 times a week, just make sure it's consistent, that you're putting in the time and that you're giving it your effort. And eventually, in theory, that will lead you to success. But there's one more thing I want to cover, and that is that talent has very little to do with it. I published my first book, Honey Butter, when I was 13. I published my second book, Lydia Green of Mulberry Glen, when I was 15. I'm now 17 and working on my third book and this writing YouTube channel and a bunch of other projects. I don't consider myself talented. Stephen King says, talent is cheaper than table salt. What separates the talented individual from the successful one is a lot of hard work. The reason I've published 2 books and am pursuing a career as a writer when I'm a teen is not because I'm talented. It's because I started writing when I was really, really young. It's because I loved to write and gave it my all. It's because I didn't give up. I took breaks and I didn't stress over it too much. I gave it time, effort, and consistency, and now I'm seeing some success. It doesn't matter how old you are as a person, it matters how experienced you are as a writer. I spent 7 years writing. My age has nothing to do with it. That's all for now. Millie Florence, signing out.